Hello, my name is Michelle McCarty and I teach first grade at Lexington Elementary. Today we're going to be doing a lesson on the endings ed and ing. We're going to add these to the root words and verbs to change their verb tense. Now we've already learned ed and ing this year in our CKLA program. Let's get started. Ed makes three sounds: ed, d, t. And we know that when ed is added to the end of the word, it means in the past. The first sound, ed. For example, the girl painted a picture. Painted. The next sound is the d sound, the d sound at the end. For example, we played outside. And the last sound is the t sound. T. For example, she laughed at the joke. Now, our next ending is ing. And we know that ing says ing as in ring. So when ing is added to the end of a root word, it means it's happening right now. For example, he is crying. Now today we're going to look at two patterns of words. For example, when a word is a CVC pattern word, that means that the word ends with a vowel and a consonant. So we're going to look at the last two letters of the word. The other pattern that we're going to look at is the CVCC pattern. That means that the word ends with two consonants. Now, I've always taught my children these little jingles to help them remember how to add ed and ing to the root words of these verbs. So my first jingle goes like this. When a word ends with a VC, you double the last letter and add ed or ing. Now, you try it with me. When a word ends with a VC, we double the last letter and add ed or ing. The next jingle for the CC pattern is when a word ends with a CC, all you have to do is just add ed or ing. All right, let's get started with some words and some examples. Here we have tap, and we know to segment and blend those words together so we know what the root word is to begin with. Tap, tap. Now we're only going to look at the last two letters of the word. So here I have an A and a P. We know A is a vowel and P is a consonant. So remember our jingle. When the word ends with a VC, we have to double the last letter before we add ed or ing. So I'm going to write my root word, tap. And then I'm going to double that P and add my ed. Now, same thing for ing. I'm going to write my word, tap, double the P, and add my ing. Tom tapped the window. Tom is tapping the window. Now let's do another one. Let's look at our word, jog. J-og, jog. Look at the last two letters. It ends with an O-G. O is a vowel and G is a consonant. That means I'm going to double the last letter. Write the root word, jog, and double that G and add ed. And now my new word is jogged. Now let's do ing. Write your root word, jog, double the G, and add ing. Jogging. Sam jogged to school. Sam is jogging to school. Now we're going to go to the next word, bark. B-ark. Notice it has the R control vowel, AR. And look at the last two letters, RK. We know that R is a consonant and K is a consonant. So my word ends with a CC. Remember our jingle. When a word ends with a CC, all you have to do is just add ED or ING. So I'm going to write my root word, bark. And then I'm just going to add the ED. And now my new word is barked. Same thing, adding ing, write the root word, bark. And just add ing. And now my new word is barking. The dog barked at me. The dog is barking at me. Last word, pack. We sound it out. Pack. Pack. Look at the last two letters. It ends with a CK. C is a consonant and K is a consonant. When a word ends with a CC, all we have to do is just add ED. So I write my root word, pack. And just add ED. And my new word is packed. Same thing, add ing, write the root word, pack. And just add ing. My new word is packing. We packed for our trip. We are packing for our trip. Now let's go over to a few exceptions of the rules. We never double W, X, or Y. My first example is the word play. Notice play ends with AY. Our vowel team that says two-letter A, it's payday. Yes, A is a vowel and CY is a consonant. But we never double that Y for a vowel team like AY or OY. So we simply add the ED and play becomes played in the past tense and playing for the present tense. Next example is a word that ends with X. For example, wax. A is a vowel and X is a consonant. But we never double the X before adding ED or ING. So my new word is waxed with ED and waxing with ING. My last example is the word try. Remember, we never double the last consonant if it is Y. In the word try, we see the last two letters are RY. R is a consonant and Y is a consonant. When we add ED to words that end with Y, we must drop the Y and change it to an I and then add ED. But when we're adding ING, we simply leave the Y and add ING. So we have tried and trying. Now, in first grade, that is really all that we do. But you second and third graders, you are going to do a little bit more. When a word ends with an E, you must drop the E before you add ED or ING. For example, if the word is bake, it ends with an E. So we drop the E and then we add back on the ED. And bake becomes baked. When we're adding ING to a word that ends with E, we drop the E and add ING. And my new word is baking. So my jingle for that one is, when a word ends with an E, we drop the E and add ing or ed. I hope you've enjoyed my lesson today for adding ed and ing to verbs to change their tense.